adventure in Penland on W4CY Radio.
This is the Pipe Man here on the Adventures of Pipe Man W4CY Radio, and I'm here with
Jason Vena
and
Christian.
Acceptance here at Warp Tour, Montreal. How fucking cool is that?
21 years later?
Like, is it weird 21 years later? Like,
yeah.
What's it feel like being here 21 years later?
Well, last time we were here, we were in a hospital the whole day, so it feels great.
That's not a good day.
It's surreal to be here, not only in Montreal as Acceptance, but also at the Warp Tour, man. Like, it's like being kids again, man.
And it's kind of cool. Like, everything seems to be coming back, right? Like, Warp Tour came back. We got MySpace coming back. Ozfest coming back. It's like we're trying to relive the good times of the 90s, I think.
MySpace back. I missed that.
You didn't know about that?
That's amazing.
Yeah, they're bringing it back. I'm wondering if Tom's still going to be my friend.
Wow.
Can I just reactivate my account?
I don't know. I'm hoping so. Like, I want to rebuild it. How cool would it be to reactivate your account and it's just like you left it?
All the same stuff with the same songs and the same code you'd put in to edit your page and customize it.
There would be no Acceptance without MySpace, that's for sure.
See, there you go. And I kind of love the 3-part thing with the albums.
Oh, well, yeah, we did it. Sorry, well, so we did. Okay, let me take you back a little bit. So we reimagined Phantoms. That's what we just just did. But prior to that, we had our last record. We did 2 EPs and then the full length. So we did Wild Free. So we did Wild, we did Free, and then we did Wild Free as a full length. So that's what you're talking about.
To.
Yeah.
And also the fact that you did the Lullabies.
Yeah, yeah.
That I was listening to that. That's a trip. What made you think to do that? Because that is so unique. I love that.
Well, came out of nowhere. There's a group of guys that do these.
Sparrow Sleeps. They do that for a lot of different artists. So they approached us and said, "Hey, we'd love to do lullaby versions of Phantoms," and we thought that was a great idea. So we collaborated with them, gave them permission to do that. So that's all Sparrow Sleeps. They did it all.
Nice. We
just gave them the stamp of okay.
I think that was a cool idea too. Like, what better way to bring the newer generations into the music?
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty killer.
Yeah.
I don't know any other band myself that I've ever seen that they did lullabies of like their favorite songs.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things where 20 years plus after doing Phantoms, which that came out in 2005, and to still have different types of artists that are interested in what we did back then is pretty cool. So that came out of nowhere, and then the idea, it kind of helped spur the idea, which we just I think a few months ago we put out the reimagined version of Phantoms with all kinds of artists on there, Alex from All Time Low and Teddy Swims and.
Maddie,
Maddie was on there. Yeah.
And right by my studio, like literally pretty much close across the street, Cassidy Pope is from.
Oh yeah, she killed it. She killed it. And that was kind of the similar concept of coming back to Phantoms and being like, it's unbelievable that it still has an impact on people, whether it be artists or people doing lullabies or fans. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's like, isn't it wild being an artist and like your stuff's so relevant 20 years later? Like, because it really is still relevant now.
It's surreal, honestly. At the time we were really proud of that record, and I don't know that we could have foreseen 20 some years in the future that it would have had the impact that it did. We thought it was a great record, but to have kind of people fawn over it the way they have, especially other artists that we really look up to, I think there's nothing more like validating than that.
Right.
To have other artists be a fan of your art, it's just a really you couldn't ask for more than that as an artist. So
how did you decide, or did they decide, like, which artists were going to do what songs? Like, how did it? come about, these different artists and what songs they were going to do?
Yeah, I mean, the original idea was unique in that we had come across enough people that had said, we love, that's my favorite record. We grew up listening, I grew up listening to Phantoms, and I think we knew right away that we had sparked a relationship with Teddy Swims, and this is way before he had kind of started to really take off. And so when we came up with this idea, he was kind of the first person that came to mind, and So Contagious was just, we thought would be a perfect song for him. And then it just kind of started to come together, and we were talking to these artists, and they'd be like, oh, can I do that song? Can I do that song? And I feel like we got to a spot where we were very fortunate, where the artists really, not only did it feel like the right song for that person, but it also, I think we matched up most people with like songs they really love too. So there was like there really was an element of kind of both happening. It just, I mean, if you would have told me today that we were going to do that, I'd be like, there's no way that comes together. To get all these, and to get the artists, the labels, everybody to sign off, like on just a passion project basically. And
it is pretty wild to me. Like,
it's hard
to get that all together and have that happen like that. And it's also funny too, like I saw it was on your Instagram, I think, an interview that you guys were doing, and it was like, so how's it feel that you made an album so good that you have to do it twice? I thought that was the funniest shit ever.
Yeah, that was at the Warped Tour Long Beach that we played like a month ago.
Right? Like that's...
Yeah. The answer would be the same. It's just it's surreal that we would, like I said, I don't think we would have ever imagined that. So to have that kind of demand and the artists that would want to do that with us was just like such a fulfilling thing, a dream that we could have never even knew that we wanted. So,
well, and even the types of artists, like I'm looking at your friend over here with the Hellfest, what we call those fanny packs, and like we started out in Syracuse playing a place called the Furnace. Was it called the Furnace up there?
Oh, now you got to play Furnace Fest?
Well, no, but we played Hellfest 2 years.
Isn't that a wild festival?
So back in the day when these bands were coming up, bands like Saves the Day and Thursday, and bands that were kind of in the hardcore scene, and Acceptance kind of grew up and playing those festivals, playing with a lot of these bands, and it created this diversity and this kind of like, I think just, at least for us, this opportunity to connect with so many different types of people. And so when you look at like the artists that are on this Reimagining of Phantoms, you're like, it just makes a lot of sense, kind of just how the community was back then. I think being at Warped Tour says the same thing. We formed in 1997 in the Warped Tour parking lot in Seattle, and the headliner was Eminem, and we went to see, Blink-182 was there, and it's just like, I think Warped Tour has done it. It's kind of the original, like, I mean, at least in our world, they brought all these people together,
Exactly. And, one of the things I love about Hellfest, because I cover that one every year, is, to your point, like they have a stage for each genre. Like you have the hardcore stage, you have the death metal stage, you have the black metal stage. And it's kind of cool because it is bringing communities together that when I was a teenager couldn't be together.
Yeah.
Like, I was a punk and a metalhead, but I had long hair, so I couldn't go to punk shows.
Yeah.
And vice versa. So I love that we have these festivals like this now where we finally have figured out we should all be together.
Yeah, I think when we were on Warped Tour, we shared a tent with Bleeding Through. I think it was a Bleeding Through or Throwdown. It was one of the two. I think it was Bleeding Through, but that's just kind of like how you grew up.
I want to talk about your tattoo over there. Eloheno Melech. I couldn't read the whole thing. I was trying to read it. Yeah, that's what I knew it was. Yeah. But I couldn't see the whole thing. So if you saw me looking over during the interview, I was reading it during the interview to see if it was the Shema. And I think that's freaking cool.
Thank you, brother.
We were just talking, actually, before you came up, about Judaism and like I like to talk about what we really believe as opposed to what the world thinks we believe
Sure.
nowadays. So and then I saw your tattoo. I'm like, now that's freaking cool. Like, now you don't go anywhere without the Shema.
Yeah.
It's like having the mezuzah on your arm.
I know. Well, I'm not even Jewish, just to be full clarity. My name's Christian, so that'd be the biggest irony ever, right?
I love that,
But
too.
I got it out of respect. I got 2 different verses, the Shema and another verse in Leviticus, because there's a part in the New Testament where Jesus is asked what the greatest commandment is. So he quotes the Shema
Yes.
and adds onto it, love your neighbor as yourself. So I got that because it's all encompassing. If you're doing those things, then everything else should kind of be falling into place. Not this long list of do this and don't do that. Just do these things and everything else should fall under that. So
I love
out of
that.
respect, I think it's a beautiful language. Foundations of Christianity. So, but I get stopped all the time. People will be like, oh my God, Hebrew, let me read it. And they'll read it. Like, oh my God, that's the Shema. What's your name? I'm like, Christian. They're like, what?
Right? But see, I love that even more now
Yeah.
because, like, you get it.
I do.
It is bottom line. I
For
think
sure.
I don't care what people believe as long as it makes them a better person and makes them feel good.
Yeah.
And they're not trying to hurt people. You do you.
Yeah.
Like, none of us, we were just talking about, none of us know what really is going to happen or what really. But something as basic as that is just teaching us how to be good human beings to each other.
100%.
And that's exactly what we were talking about. So that's kind of wild.
Yeah.
You walked up, and it's even more wild now after
Knowing
you
all the
saying
story,
that you're
yeah.
not Jewish and that you're just paying respect because it is like, I think that is the foundation of all beliefs pretty much. So it gives that united vibe.
I agree.
And I love that.
Hell yeah.
So that means I love your band even more.
There you go. Yeah.
So tell everybody if there's anything else we haven't covered yet that they need to know that's coming up for you guys in the future and what they should look out for, and to buy your merch because they can't listen to my show without buying your merch.
100%. Yeah, that's a requirement. We haven't really deep dove as a group as to what's next. This year we've only really played a couple Warped Tours. We try to navigate around everyone's individual lives at this point, being in our you wouldn't believe it, but we're in our 40s. I know I look like I'm 20, but families, jobs, careers, all that stuff. So we do our best at doing, looking at opportunities and going, can we do that? Can that all fit into 5 different schedules? And we've talked about maybe new music. I don't really know what the game plan is. There hasn't been a cohesive idea yet, but I think that it's a fluid conversation always with this band. We
Nice.
never really have years planned out. Even like
We made one full length from 1997 to 2005. We've made 3 from 2016 to 2026. So, I think the idea. What happens is we just kind of get excited about something music-wise, and we just get into it and go for it. And I'm sure that's what next year will hold for us. We've got some more. We're working on concert dates for next year.
Nice.
Definitely, we'll be out there. We did some acceptance shows this last year, as well as the Warped Tour stuff. So we'll be around. We'll make our way around.
See, I think that's cool, though, because that makes you, like, to me, true musicians. Like, you're not doing it for any other reason but the love of the music and feeling it. Because if you're not feeling it, how do we feel it,
Yeah.
So that's cool. It's way cool that you're here at Warped Tour.
Thanks for having us.
And thanks for being on the Adventures of Pipe Man.
All right, take care.
Thank you for listening to the Adventures of Pipe Man on W4CY Radio.